COVID-19 was declared a pandemic in Canada 13 months and 1 day ago. So I thought I'd come in and give you a wee synopsis about it, because we're in our third lockdown, so what better time to do it than now? And I wrote myself some notes so I would remember to tell you everything. So on March 13th, 2020 was the first lockdown declared in Canada, and it was only supposed to last 3 weeks. It lasted 2 months. There was very slow reopening of everything, in which I documented in my previous videos, and then things, kind of went okay, and the cases were at like a steady level. Then things started creeping up again, the numbers went up. So the second wave was declared 1 day after, the second wave was declared, and the second lockdown happened the day after Christmas, and that was supposed to be 1 month, and it was 2 months. A stay-at-home order was also announced for the last 4 weeks of that lockdown. But no clear direction was given about it, so it was like, well, yeah, what's considered essential in Northern Ontario is not essential in Southern Ontario, because you can get more things delivered. So that was about all the direction we got. So Ontario was in the second lockdown, and other parts of Canada. During this stay-at-home order, we were told, well, police won't stop you, but some still did. So, like, essential workers would have to drive around with a letter saying that, they were essential. So, let's see, So then there were the variants, which I briefly mentioned in my last video. So these are in some other European countries or Asian countries. And then they appeared in Canada. So then the government said, oh, no more international travel. And I'm like, well, you would think they would say that before the variants arrived. Now it's kind of like shutting the barn door behind the horse. So anyways, so then about a week before this third lockdown, the Premier of Ontario said, okay, well, we're going to open up outdoor dining in the lockdown range, because a couple of places in Ontario never got out of the second lockdown before they were hit with the third lockdown. So the Premier said, okay, well, we're going to open outdoor dining in the lockdown, and we're going to increase indoor dining in the red and orange. So the very next day was trending the hashtag, what are you doing? Because it was like, you're moving too fast here, buddy, compared to how they did it on the first time. So anyway, so then April Fool's Day, which I think is quite an appropriate day, we were announced the third lockdown, which there's now the third wave, so we got the third lockdown. Now there's a stay-at-home order for 4 weeks, which is still no clear direction. So I've kind of given it reading, much news. I still read like a bit, but not like I did before, because I think they're going after the average Joe and not like focusing on where the cases are coming from, originating from. Like, they're not looking at where they should be looking. They're like blaming like the average Ontarian, and it's like, but we're doing what we're told, or at least I hope we are. So anyways, we're in another lockdown, the stay-at-home order. Who knows how long it's gonna last, but I did get my vaccine yesterday, or the first dose, because they come in 2 doses. So I got my first one yesterday, so yay for me. You might also notice I am growing out my hair, because I'm like, well, during the second lockdown I was like, well, I might as well start growing it, right? And then we had that super small, like 4-week window of opportunity, and now there's no hair cutting again. So I'm like, oh, I'll just stick it up in a bandana, because you know it's at that awkward stage where you get the wee bit sticking out. So anyways, I don't have any other news, because it just happened, and you know, blah blah blah. So hopefully they will get a handle on things soon. And I don't know what the new normal will look like, but I don't think it's gonna look like it did, like in February of last year. So we've been living with it for a long time. Other parts of Canada have got it under control. Other countries have got it under control, and I can just hope we do soon. And in the meantime, everyone stay safe.